Defense, would you like to call your second witness?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd like to call Sean Pajay to the stand. Could you please state your name and age?
My name is Sean Pajay and I'm 26 years old.
Would you please tell the court about the day Mr. Oddington was in Dr. Payne's office?
I remember that day very clearly. I got in and I was working and, oh my gosh.
What happened when Mr. Oddington was in Dr. Payne's office?
When Mr. Oddington arrived with Abby, it was just like every other case that I deal with. And he showed me the bottle of Tussinex, and I asked him if he could fill out the extra paperwork for being a new patient. And so he filled it out, and we got that all settled out. So then I gave it to the records clerk and asked him to put it away.
What happened next?
Then I went on with my day, and when I went home, went to bed, did all that. And then when I came back the next morning, I found my workspace completely and totally ransacked. It was destroyed. And then Mr. Payne came up to me and he said, "Find that file now." And so I said, "What file?" He said, "Sam Oddington's file." So I said, "Okay." Walked over to the filing cabinet, found it in about a minute, and then I gave it to him. And as soon as I gave it to him, he went to the patient intake form, and he lost all color in his face. And then he said, "You've got to destroy this."
Was that the end of it then?
No, far from the end of it. Later, he said, I told him that it would do no good even if I did destroy it. So he yelled and said, "Okay, well, you're fired." And so I got my stuff and left. And found out later that he changed the patient intake form himself to say that he wasn't taking Tussinex.
Did you do anything after that?
I went to the police to see Detective Cross and told him about what I know. Detective Cross was, well, he was completely cross. He acted like he didn't even know who I was talking about, and he just completely and totally ignored me. And I'm not a professional or anything, but when somebody gives you a lead, I'm almost 100% sure you're supposed to at least do a follow-up. But he said that he already had a suspect in custody, and he just completely ignored the fact that what I told him, and found out later that Mr. Oddington was the suspect that I had in custody.
And further questions?
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pajay, did you enjoy your work experience with Dr. Payne?
I felt like I never really fit in, and they were all really mad about my youth and superior knowledge.
You said in your statement that you don't like mornings. Would that affect your work style?
I wasn't the greatest morning person, and yes, I would say.
Were you often late to work?
Yes, but all the days that I was late, I usually stayed after for a little bit longer to finish up the work that I missed in the morning.
But when you were late, did Dr. Payne yell at you just to let you know that you need to be there on time?
No, he never said anything about that until the last day when I got fired.
But when you were fired, did it anger you?
No, I was just completely scared at that point, so I just kind of walked out, took my stuff.
Are you often forgetful at work?
No, when I'm working, I'm not all that forgetful.
You seem to have forgotten events of a day you remember clearly. Particularly the day, okay, forget it. No further questions.
What the?
Pardon me. Redirect?
No, Your Honor.
You may be seated.